It's clear lots of you like to see sections of real-life lessons, which is brilliant, but I really hope they help you. All the students shown on this channel have given me their permission to share parts of their lessons to help training driving instructors, newly qualified instructors and learners from watching real-life lessons. They're all superstars and deserve total respect. So don't post negative, spiteful, or inappropriate comments about them. If you do, they'll simply be deleted. If you want to, send them your love and support. That would be great, and thank you.
So we'll have a look at that another time. Right, roundabouts then.
Yeah.
So, mentioning or thinking about multi-lane roundabouts now, sat here with the car stationary. How are you feeling about it?
All right. A bit nervous, but
Right,
all right.
okay. So what bits of dealing with multi-lane roundabouts would make you or are making you nervous at the moment?
Just that there's more than one lane and there'll be more cars.
Right, so number of lanes, number of cars, okay. Do you think the general principles are the same in terms of how you use indicators, who you give way to,
Yeah.
etc.? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we've got the extra lane or lanes to think about. So let's just talk about that. So if you were turning right at a roundabout and you've got a left and a right-hand lane on the approach to the roundabout, which lane are you going to be in typically?
Which way if you're going, sorry?
If you're turning right at a roundabout.
Would you be in the second lane, so the one inwards?
Yeah, so on the approach to the roundabout, you'd be in the right-hand lane.
Yeah.
And then on the roundabout, you'd be on the, what we typically call the inside lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. If you're going left at the roundabout, either first exit or second exit or third exit, but you're going left, on the approach to the roundabout, you're going to be in the left-hand lane or the right-hand lane.
The left-hand lane.
Yep. If you're going straight on, and you've got a left-hand lane and a right-hand lane, what lane are you going to choose?
Does it depend?
On what?
Like, on... I don't actually know. I know it depends on something.
You're right. To an extent, it does depend on something.
Yeah. Can you go in either?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's not a quiz.
Okay.
It depends on the information leading up to the roundabout and what that information tells you.
Yeah.
Okay, so there'll be road signs and road markings that tell you which lane you need to be in for going straight on.
Yeah.
You just need to look out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally, rule of thumb, as we'll find out, if you're going straight on, normally it's the left-hand lane,
Yeah.
but not always. If it isn't going to be the left-hand lane, or if it could be either lane, then there's going to be lots of information that tell you that.
Okay, yeah.
All right? Because road planners know that the people using that section of road quite possibly have never been there before. They don't know how to position themselves at that roundabout or where various exits go. So they put lots of information there to help people.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's talk about how we're going to do this then. So what I'm going to recommend is we swap seats.
Yeah.
And I'll talk you through the network of roundabouts that we're going to do.
Okay.
I'll talk you through how I'm approaching it, which lane I'm in, how I'm making a judgment call when to join the roundabout,
Yeah.
how I'm then exiting the roundabout, etc., etc. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll do that once. Then we'll check in with you, see if it's making sense. If it is, I'll continue to drive and do the network again, but I'll get you, if you like being my driving instructor, you talk me through
Okay.
what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to make that go, don't go decision, and whether it's safe to drive on. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
As long as that bit goes okay, then what we'll do is come back here, we'll swap seats, and then we'll get you actually put it into practice for yourself.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
so we're layering it up bit
Yeah.
by bit rather than just chucking you in at the deep end and go. over to you.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Okay, so one of the important things to take on board when you're approaching a roundabout, I know this sounds a bit weird, but as I think you're finding out, quite a few things I say sound a bit weird. What I want you to do, which is what I'm going to do, is try as much as possible not to look at the cars
Yeah.
on the roundabout or approaching the roundabout. Instead, look for the gaps between the vehicles. Now you're going to spot the vehicles, they're obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because you're not looking at them doesn't mean you don't see them. But if you focus on the gaps between the vehicles, it becomes a lot easier to make a decision as to whether it's safe to drive on or not. Because if you've got a big gap in between vehicles, then of course you can just drive straight on. If there's no gap immediately, you might be able to time your approach so that as a car passes you, you hit a nice gap after it. Or it might be that you can see another vehicle that's perhaps over the other side of the roundabout,
Yeah.
but it's still a reasonable distance away from you. So if you speed up slightly, you hit a nice gap before that car gets too close to you. Okay, now I'm sure you know we're coming up towards the roundabout at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, when we get there, we're going to be turning right. We're going to be following route directions for Monk's Cross. So,
Okay.
given I'm going to be turning right, which lane, left or right?
Right.
So first of all, check my mirrors, make sure I'm aware of who might be behind me and about to do what.
Yeah.
Then I let everybody else know where I'm going, and now I just aim for the right-hand lane. Okay. Start to bring the speed down from back here, and now I'm dropping it into second gear, and now I'm looking at gaps between vehicles. The black car's going off, there's going to be a lovely gap after it, speed up slightly, I'm on. Now all I need to do is just hold my lane as I go through the roundabout.
Yeah.
Now because I'm on the inside lane, as I exit in the right hand lane. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
If you were on the outside lane of that roundabout and coming along this road, you'd exit in the left hand lane. And then if you wanted to swap lanes, you'd swap lanes after you come off the roundabout.
Okay,
That
yeah.
makes sense, yeah? Now, because of the route I'm going, I'm going to stay in the right hand lane.
Yeah.
When I get to the next roundabout, we're going to go right again, following the signs for Ring Road. It's the fourth exit, as you'll notice from the roundabout sign. So again, I check my mirrors from back here, let people know where I'm going, start to bring my speed down. Okay, that's another key point. We want that speed dropping as we get closer and closer to the roundabout. Okay, there's going to be a lovely big gap, bit of speed, and I'm on well before that blue Fiesta got anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to let people know I'm coming off. Now I'm going to check over my left, make sure it's safe, and then I exit.
Okay.
Right, we'll do that network again, but this time you're going to step in and be my instructor.
Okay.
So all I want you to do, Georgia, is just break things down like I was into little sections. Okay, so tell me when to have a look behind, when to put an indicator on, what lane to be in, and whether to drive on or not. Okay. Now to give you time to do that, you want to start that little sequence nice and early, and to help you, I'm also going to bring the speed right down.
Okay.
Okay. If you forget anything, I'll just give you a little prompt.
Okay.
Okay, just to remind you. Now, don't worry about making a wrong judgment call about telling me when to drive on or not. Okay,
Okay.
because I promise I'm not going to have an accident if you tell me to drive on when it's not going to be safe.
Okay.
All right, so don't worry about that. And I'll give you a little bit of a prompt as well when to start everything.
Okay.
Okay. So as we get to the 40-mile-an-hour sign, which is coming up, start to talk me through things using your own words from there. Turning right.
Get into the right-hand lane.
Okay.
Get there. Check your mirrors.
Yep, done that.
Yeah.
So you put the indicator about now.
Yeah.
Okay. What gear do you want me in?
Second.
Okay, I'm in that gear. What do you think? Gap or not?
Yes.
Lovely. Very nice. Were you absolutely confident about that decision?
Yeah. Do you indicate off now?
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to stay in this lane, and when we get to the next roundabout, we're
Yeah.
going to be turning right again, following the signs for Ring Road, which is the 4th exit. So as soon as you see the roundabout sign itself, start talking me through what to do.
Okay. So you stay in this lane.
Yeah,
Check your mirrors.
done that,
Indicate it now.
done that. I'm bringing the speed down with the brake.
Yeah.
Which again?
Second.
Okay. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Burst the speed, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a silver car pulling on at the same time, but they're quite a way away from me, so yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely fine, totally risk-free.
Then indicate off.
And look, when you're turning right
Yeah.
and you're drifting to the outside edge to take the
look.
exit, have a look over your left shoulder, just in case somebody's next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this circuit probably at least twice.
Okay.
Okay, with you in the driving seat, possibly more. See how it goes. To begin with, first time round, I'm going to do what you did for me. Okay, I'm just going to, even though you know the sequence,
Yeah.
just to help you get into the rhythm of it and get the timing correctly, I'll just give you those little prompts like you were giving me.
Okay.
Alright? Now we can build up speed. National speed limit, go 4 to 6. Okay, so we're going to go exactly the same route as I did, but I'm still going to tell you where at each roundabout. Okay?
Okay.
So when we get to the first roundabout, we're going to go right, 4th exit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts to come off the gas, bit of gentle braking. Right, mirror checks first. Let people know you're turning right. Start to bring that speed down progressively, just with the brake to begin with. Now start to slide into second gear. Keep your speed coming down at the same time. Okay, bring your clutch up smoothly. Look for gaps. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Clutch down into first. Okay. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll explain why I overrode you in a minute, okay?
I know why.
Why?
Because there was a car coming.
Well, yeah, that car from the right, they were also looking at that gap between the two cars that
Yeah.
were behind each other. So I could tell, nice check, I could tell they were going to pull into that gap, and then that was going to close the gap for us.
Yeah.
Counts your indicator. Stay in this lane. Going to go right at the roundabout, 4th exit. Start everything from back here. Good. Nice. Now speed in gears. Into second now. So you've got time to get your clutch pedal back up again. Where's the next gap going to be, do you reckon?
No.
Yeah, you're right. Don't cancel your signal just yet. Left indicator now. Look left. Look over your shoulder. exit. Lovely, very nice. How did that feel?
Good.
Do you feel quite calm?
Yeah.
Going to go right at the next roundabout. Good. Excellent. Speed in gears. Even if it looks like it's going to be empty, still bring that speed down because it can change like that.
Yeah.
Good check. Excellent. Really nice. Back off and running. Okay. Let's keep driving. Okay. I was going to pull into the car park and just have a brief chat with you to see how you're feeling about things, but I think based on the conversation that we've had so far and just looking at what you're doing and how you're doing it, I'm guessing you're feeling reasonably confident, are you?
Yeah.
Good, okay. So I'm going to back off a little bit in terms of my support, okay? So I'm still going to tell you where to go,
Okay.
and I'll be ready to jump in and help if needed.
Okay.
Okay, let's turn that temperature for you. But as much as possible, I want to leave it all over to you. Okay. If you're not confident, don't go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the first roundabout, we're going to turn right. Okay, fourth exit. Remember, just wheels rolling to begin with when you're pulling them to the roundabout. Press start stop button. That's it. Into first. Ready to go. Now you can put that burst of speed in. You can change gear as you're going round and round and round. Just wait until you've exited. Just cancel gears. Then go right to the next roundabout. Fourth exit, Ring Road. Like a pro. That was your best yet.
Yeah.
Next roundabout left, first exit. Again, brilliant, really nice. How is it feeling doing it all by yourself?
Alright. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so let's just have a quick chat about roundabouts, multi-lane roundabouts then, which you'd never done before today.
Yeah.
And from conversations that we'd had previously sounded like you were a bit fearful of. How are you feeling now?
Good. Yeah. They're not actually that scary.
Why? What's making them less scary than you thought they were going to be?
Like, I don't know, but it's like since you ever say like look for the gap, it's like when you look for the gap you don't think about the cars. Like you obviously see them, you just don't think about them.
To learn how to deliver effective, engaging and enjoyable lessons for both you and your students, then subscribe to our student video library. It contains hundreds of short videos of real-life lessons covering every subject involved in driver training and is fully searchable by lesson subject, teaching techniques and Part 3 test competencies. Plus, there are over a dozen Part 2 training videos as well. Just click on the link below to subscribe.